And what's up, everybody? This is Kyle out, of course, for Draft Radio, doing another M15 draft. I have to say, I'm starting to kill my enthusiasm because this is like my 8th draft of the set. But hey, I mean, that happens. I'm gonna try and zoom in a little bit because the cards are a little too far out. Perfect. Okay, so the 3 best things in the pack that at least are looking out to me. I mean, this is a fine pack certainly to start us off with. There is a Paragon of Fierce Defiance. Excellent card if you're going for the red aggressive deck. Generator Servant is really good. Hornet Nest and Triplicate Spirits. Triplicate Spirits being a fantastic card. I think I'm going to take the Hornet's Nest, though. I feel like that's a good card. I mean, it lends itself more to the defensive deck, but I mean, you get 1/1 Death Touch creatures whenever this thing dies and drops on turn 3. Yeah, why not? We'll try it. Always, you gotta be willing to try stuff in this set. I mean, come on. Also, green, black, and red seem like they're just jacked up on Mountain Dew for this block. This is a pretty mediocre pack. I think the best cards in here by a wide margin are Centaur, Courser, Scrapyard, Mongrel, and Elvish Mystic. We will be taking Mystic. I'd like to be able to get a cheap guy out and accelerate myself for those big creatures. Big baddies. Nothing like soda. Alright, now this is interesting. The best cards in here are probably Pillar of Light. I've been impressed with thus far. I thought it was going to be a little more conditional, but it actually is pretty decent. But Necrogen Scudder. Sorry guys, I had to take a bite of food there. Necrogen Scudder, Living Totem, and Nimbus of the Isles are probably the best cards in the pack. And I think I just want to stay on the green as much as I can. Well, I think Necrogen Scudder is a better card, but not by much. Living Totem, I think, is the second best in the pack, so that's what we're taking. We'll see what develops here. Interesting. Zoffshade is fine. So far, the packs have been pretty weak. Zoffshade is fine. Torchfiend is fine. Inspired Charge is okay. Charging Rhino is the best card in the pack. It's what we're going to be taking. It's certainly a nice little thing we can accelerate out with that Mystic. So, and it has like pseudo removal, or not pseudo removal, pseudo evasion. Ooh, now this is interesting. Red looks wide open. Because that's a really late Heat Ray and a really late Lightning Strike. I think I'm going to take Heat Ray over Lightning Strike. I can splash Heat Ray if I don't necessarily wind up in red and still get a lot of value out of it, as opposed to the Lightning Strike. There's also an All-Tac Bloodseeker, which continually impresses me as a card, but we're taking the Heat Ray. 3 best cards in the pack are Aeronaut Tinker, Netcaster Spider, and Ephemeral Shields, and Netcaster Spider happens to be in our colors. So, okay, so this is interesting. There's still some pretty good red stuff. I mean, Blast Fire Bolt is pretty good. I think Blast Fire Bolt's what we'll be taking. I like to have at least a couple ways to reach out and touch somebody. Although, I don't know if Blast Fire Bolt is necessarily better than Furnace Whelp. I really like Furnace Whelp. And Blast Fire Bolt is big enough, is big enough in terms of cost that I think I can justify taking the Whelp over the Blast Fire Bolt. Plus, Whelp is a pretty quick clock if they can't deal with it. Alright, we've got Rummaging Goblin, Charging Rhino. I think I want another Rhino. I mean, Rummaging Goblin's fine, but I'll take my Rhinos where I can get them. Wow, Paragon of Fierce Defiance wheeled? Holy crap. Okay, well that's a first pick red card that just wheeled for us, so happy to see that. I'm not going to play Vine Weft unless I can get a couple Vine Wefts and that the red dragon shaman that makes 2/2s every time you enchant it. I could try that. I mean, I'm not going to play Unmake the Graves, which is probably the next best card. Yeah, I'll take Vine Weft, why not, right? Hate Draft Sign and Blood because it's the best card in the pack. I'm just going to hide these right now. Ooh, we roll a Torchfiend. Relevant 2-drops are relevant. Naturalize is good too. I'm probably just going to take Back to Nature. I won't have too many enchantments. So we'll take Back to Nature in case somebody's playing a lot of enchantments. Let's get sideboard tech. So far, so good. Can't believe we wheeled Paragon. Paragon's the first pick card. And Necromancer's stock, which is just crap-tastic. So, off to a decent start, in all honesty. Got some nice big creatures, got some little removal, got some mana acceleration. I think Furnace Whelp was a better pick over Blast Firebolt too. Oh, right. This is awesome because there happens to be a Hoarding Dragon. And, you know, search your library for an artifact, exile it, and then when he dies, we get it. So if we get like an awesome artifact, I don't know if there is an awesome artifact in this set worth drafting, but we'll take Hoarding Dragon. Hoarding Dragon is good. The next best card for us would be Centaur Courser, and probably the second best card overall in the pack is Flesh to Dust. But we're taking the Dragon. Hard to argue with a 5-mana 4/4 bomb. Okay, so green looks pretty dried up, but there's a Sengir Vampire. I'm pretty deep in green. I guess I could take Rogue's Gloves to get some value out of my Hoarding Dragon. It's either Rogue's Gloves or Sengir Vampire. I'll take the Gloves. I know I'm not in black at this point. I say as we get past an Ulcerate and a Paragon of Open Graves. Is black just super open? There's also an Invasive Species, which is I like a good bit. Invasive Species is good if we can get a couple more Living Totems. I don't mind taking that. I think that's a better card. I mean, Krenko's Enforcer is certainly good too. But I like having 3-mana 3/3s. Those are quite good, I think. Alright, Primadox is good as well. I mean, it's just a 4-mana 4/4, which I like. It returns our early drops. Next best cards in the pack are probably Carrion Crow, Welkin Turn, and Sunblade Elf. But we're taking the Primadox. Alright, now this is interesting. There are 4 cards that I'm looking at. Plummet, Willforged Golem, Undergrowth Scavenger, and Gargoyle Sentinel. I really like Willforged Golem. It works out pretty nicely if you have a lot of 3-drops. Undergrowth Scavenger, which in Louis Scott Vargas's review of the set, he's like, you play this like it's a 6-drop. Just a really cheap, efficient 6-drop. And you most of the time, when I've cast Undergrowth Scavenger, it's been a 4/4 or bigger, which is nice. I think what we're just going to do is take the Gargoyle Sentinel, though. Although we could go super, super deep and go Satyr Wayfinder and try and pick all these Undergrowth Scavengers up, but I think we'll grab Sentinel. I like having another 3-drop, so especially one that can possibly become evasive. Primadox is fine here. Kirkesh Onake Ancient is not what I really want, so Primadox is good. We can take Into the Void and just be a jerk, or we can take Netcaster Spider. Personally, I like the Netcaster Spider, so I think that's what we're going to take. Green seemed like it was a little cut this pack. I don't need this. I don't know if Sacred maybe Sacred Armory is good. Is this equipment or artifact for Hoarding Dragon? Sure, why not? We'll take Sacred Armory. Who knows? Maybe this could be good. Alright, now we're hate drafting Flesh to Dust. I'm not going to play Lava Axe or Thundering Giant. So maybe we could have jumped ship into black in this pack. Black seemed like it was super open. There's a Paragon, a Carrion Crow. My god. Did we just wheel all of that stuff? We also have a Flesh to Dust and a Cyan Blood in our sideboard. Tell you what, guys. I mean, if something changes in the next pack, we might do that. I'll take Satyr Wayfinder over that 3-mana, the Goggle card. It's only really good if you can abuse Convoke, as you guys who have watched a couple of my videos have noticed. Yeah, our green seems super weak, actually, now that I'm looking at it in comparison to our black. I'm in black in, every one of my drafts that I've done. Out of the 8 drafts of this format that I've done, I think I've not played black once. Black just seems super deep. It reminds me a lot of how green was in Triple Theros. Yeah, maybe we should have taken that Sengir Vampire, because then we could have had another Flesh to Dust, and we could have shifted. Oh well, there's pack 3, right? And I mean, even if we don't, we still have a pretty strong red-green deck, I think. So, I'm not too worried. Still, though, wheeling a Necromancer's Assistant into a Paragon into a Carrion Crow is just nuts. Okay, so we got a Lucky Charm, which I'm never going to play in a billion years. Alright, so let's hide the stuff that it's not necessarily making the cut. Alright, this seems decent. Alright, let's see what this new pack brings for us. Nothing great. Act on Impulse. That's the Goggles card. I think the best card in here is Willforged Golem. Lets us take advantage of our 3-drops. So, that's what we're taking. It sucks that I'm passing this bomb, but we need playables, so. I was hoping to get a removal spell of sorts. Or something. Runeclaw Bear is fine, though. Certainly Child of Night is probably better, but I don't think we can honestly jump ship just yet. We're really looking out, too, for our living totems, if we can find them, because we've got 2 Primidoxes and invasive species that we can try and abuse them with. Well, we'll take another Furnace Whelp. That's certainly fine. Inferno Fist seems a little conditional to me, so... There's also Hunt the Weak, but again, also conditional. I'd rather just have the efficient creature. Alright, give me something good. Daddy needs something good. Gather Courage or Forge Devil. Forge Devil's fine. If anything, we can just infinitely bounce our Forge Devils back to our hand. Plummet's decent sideboard tech too. So, that's fine. My god, dude, I think we just got, like, super cut or something. There's another Runeclaw Bear, although I think we're doing okay on 2 drops, right? We got Elvish Mystic, Torchfiend, Forge Devil, Runeclaw Bear. Maybe we do a second Runeclaw Bear. There's also a Meteorite, which I kind of want. Yeah, I'll take Meteorite. This actually kills stuff. Which is looking more and more like our deck kind of needs that. Which makes me just a little bit sad. I'll take Bronze Sable here. Thundering Giant is fine, but I like relevant 2 drops. Take Netcaster Spider. Yeah, I should have switched to black. This third pack has just been super weak for us. I mean, we were lucky. We got the Hoarding Dragon in pack 2, so that's nice. But, yeah, just weak. Seems weak. We didn't get any living totems to abuse, which is unfortunate. I didn't even see the pieces to that weird fringe strategy. I'm taking Bronze Sable. I just want another 2 drop, guys. I'll take Carnivorous Moss Beast. It's not a great finisher, but it is a finisher. Not going to play any of these cards. Walking Corpse is the best one. Well, we did wheel a Gather Courage, though. That's kind of nice. Yeah. This is just unfortunate. I don't feel confident in this pile of cards. Well, we have a Lava Axe, too, as a cheap finisher, so that's kind of nice. I didn't even, yeah, but like I didn't even see the elements for like the Undergrowth Scavenger Satyr or Wayfinder Satyr deck either, so yeah. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. We can't wheel Crazy Bombs every single draft, which we do consistently. It makes up for our absolutely atrocious dice rolling skills. That's how I like to think about it. Okay. Lava Axe, Rogue's Gloves, Heat Ray, Gather Courage, 23, 25, 27, 28. Alright. So let's take a look at what we can cut. Alright. Let's do this. Show me my 2 drops. 2 Bronze Sables, Runeclaw Bear and Torchfiend. Not terrible. Plummet is definitely going into the sideboard. I like our 3 Netcaster Spiders, though. That's decent. This is kind of a cool combo. If we can just bounce Forge Devil a billion times, we can use Forge Devil on Hornet's Nest and just get a 1/1 with Death Touch every turn. 3-part combo. Roaring Primidox, Hornet Nest, Forge Devil. Boom! Best idea ever. Alright, we got 4 2-drops. Seems we have a lot of 3-drops. Holy mackerel, we have a lot of 3-drops. Yikes. I'm starting to think we should have actually taken that, oh, my gosh, how do I not remember what it is? I'll take Gather Courage out. Gather Courage isn't super great. I don't need a combat trick that badly. I don't think. Maybe I do, actually, now that I think about that. Yeah, I'll put Gather Courage back in. I need to take that out. Yeah, that's just... We're in a little bit of trouble here. Alright, so first things first, let's take 1 Bronze Sable out. We can take Carnivorous Moss Beast out, although... I actually kind of like Carnivorous Moss Beast. Nah, we got enough big things. We don't necessarily need this big old bad guy. We'll take Lava Axe out though. Alright. Alright, so they took, like I said, sometimes untapped or tapped out does this where they'll take all of the cards out. So it took both my Bronze Sables out. So this actually should be 17, 22, 24, 25. So we have to cut 2 more cards. Technically 3 if I want to put Gather Courage back in. Which I don't necessarily know that I want to do. Or not. This looks super janky. Not gonna lie. I'm not really sure how we win this, guys. I really should have just jumped ship into black when I had the chance, I think was my plan. 23, perfect. Alright, let's export this bad boy and then we'll do some thinking. We will do some thinking. It'll take me to untap.in because obviously you gotta make your decks there. Am I right? Yeah, I really should have just jumped ship when I had the chance. Could have had a ton of Flesh to Dust and a Senger. Probably would have been better, but such is life, right? You know what? You find this kind of stuff out and you think about it, and it's okay. I've been on a Quentin Tarantino trip, I should say. Reservoir Jinx, because obviously. Yeah, a little bummed about that. And the more I think about it too, I probably should have taken the Blastfire Bolt over our Furnace Whelp. But I mean, hey, sometimes you learn that kind of stuff, am I right? Alright, so let's take a Rogue's Gloves out. Put it in the sideboard. You know, no, let's leave Rogue's Gloves in. Leave Rogue's Gloves in. We want to plummet. 1 plummet. 1 back to nature. What else is in our sideboard that we need to put in there? Sacred Armory? Yeah, Sacred Armory is fine. Sacred Armory. Alright. Maybe we should take a Furnace Whelp out. I actually don't know. Well, Reservoir Jinx feels janky. We're going to do the 10-7 split for mana. 10 forests and then 2 of those. 2 mountains. Or 10 forests, 7 mountains. I think that's pretty good. Also, yeah, we are going to take the Rogue's Gloves out and put 1 more Bronze Sable in. Reason being is I would like to have Convoke. We will put Rogue's Gloves in my sideboard, though. Who knows? If our opponent's deck is slow, I might side it in and try and get some free cards off our 2-drops. Alright, so this seems fine. Alright, we're going to do 10 Forest and 7 Mountain. That doesn't seem awful. Alright, seems like a plan. Alright guys, I will hopefully see all of you fine people in round 1. And as always, we're going to have some fun.